Hi everyone, my name's Kate Kalthoff and welcome to a Stamping to Share video. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm always looking for cards that are cute, quick, easy to do, and yet still have a little wow factor. And I thought this springy card just fit the bill perfectly. And of course it is the first day of spring today, so I'm excited to share this with you. We are going to use a stamp set from the spring catalog. It's called Making a Point, and actually it's one of our Hostess sets from the spring 2014 catalog. And I really like this this shoe card, the little sandals. It says, when it comes to making friends, you're a shoe-in. And so let's go ahead and I'll get you started learning how to make this card. The first thing that you're going to need is Whisper White paper. I've cut it at 5.5 by 8.5 and I've scored it at 4 1/4. And then of course I'm just going to fold that in half right along the score line. Going to use my bone folder to put a little bit better of a crease in here so it will lay flat while I am working with it. The next thing that you will need is a base paper for the front of your card. I've used the Gingham Garden Designer Series paper. It's cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And let's go ahead and just add a little bit of glue to the back of this. And I just barely put any on because I am putting it directly to Whisper White, so I don't want to overdo it or it'll show a line on the other side. And so now that we have this in place, the next thing, of course, to get in place is the inside panel. And I've also cut a little piece of designer paper to go on the inside panel. That's cut at 1/2 inch by 3 3/4. So basically it was just cut right along, I think it was this side, just right off the bottom there. Just makes it nice and easy when you're planning a card class that you can do all of your cuts quick and easy. So we're just going to set this along on the inside panel, and I think we'll just leave the rest of the card on the inside blank. And now let's go ahead and get our shoe stamped. So I'm going to use some StazOn black ink. And then I've got my shoe on a block D, and then I have a panel of Whisper White paper. I've cut that at 2.5 by 4 inches, and we're just going to stamp this shoe in the upper part of the paper. And now all we have to do here is color it, and I've got 4 different colors to work with here. I've got the Melon Mambo, and the Melon Mambo is just going to be the heel right here, and it's going to be the base of the shoe here, and then of course the bow. And I'm not going to take the time to color it, I'm just going to show you what I'm doing with the different colors. This is the Sahara Sand, and you're going to color the sole of the shoe with Sahara Sand. And then I have 2 colors of yellow. I have my So Saffron and I have Daffodil Delight. And the Daffodil Delight is going to be the outer side of the shoe that you can see. And that's just going to be all along here. And then the So Saffron will be the inside panel of the shoe. It will look very similar to you, I'm sure, here, but there is a slight color difference as you work with it, and so that will go along the inside panel of the shoe. I'm going to show you one that I've colored completely, but first I want to give you the panel that goes around that white panel. And I did like a 3/16 inch border on this particular card, and so I went with 2 11/16 by 4 3/16. Now if you don't want to mess with the 16ths, you could just make that 2 3/4 by 4 1/4. But I thought it looked better, just a little bit skinnier, but I didn't want it too skinny. And so here's a panel that I've already gone ahead and colored. And I did it just the way I showed you. And now we can go ahead and we can just glue this right to the front of our card. And I'm just going to put a little bit of multi-purpose liquid glue on there. And I'm just going to glue this at an angle, about like this. Alright, and then what I did is I went to my Big Shot machine, and using the extended cutting pads along with this particular die, which is called Tasteful Trim, I took about a 2 1/4 inch, or maybe it was about a 2 inch piece of Melon Mambo cardstock, and I just ran that through so that I got this shape. And then I'm going to take this shape and we are going to glue it directly onto our card. So I know that I need about, and I'm going to rough cut this, and I can trim it up later. I'm just going to rough cut this so I don't go too crazy with the glue. Because sometimes if you glue way past, then your scissors start getting all inky, or all full of glue rather. So I've just put a little bit of glue on the back, and I'm just going to set this so that it is flush with the left side of my card. And then I'm going to try and keep it somewhat straight here for you. And now I can just flip this over, and using my paper snips, I can just trim this flush with this side of my card. And that's what it looks like. And then of course the crowning touch is to use our Hardware Clips Essentials. And then I just took my heart punch and I punched out with Daffodil Delight paper a heart. And I've already gone ahead and put the dimensionals on it, but I want to add this little clip here, right like that, so that it kind of shows that, you know, the eye, helps the eye go towards the shoe and the comment here under the shoe. So now I'm just going to take the little peely things off the heart, and then we're just going to set this heart, I think, right about here. And isn't that cute? We have another spring-like card completed. Hope you have a great day, and thanks so much for stopping by Stamping to Share. I truly appreciate you. If you'd like to order Stampin' Up! Products, just visit my blog at www.stampingtoshare.com. Bye-bye.